Hello everybody and welcome back to the second shelf and to another tag video. I'm not doing many of those at the moment because I'm only filming a video on Sunday once a week. But this one, the Booktube Oldie tag, I thought um, I feel like doing it also because it's my Booktube anniversary. Last week, the 16th of May, was my Booktube anniversary. So I thought, what better than to do the Booktube Oldie tag to celebrate this? And the tag was originally created by Monica from Monica Kim, and I was probably tagged by Steve Donahue because he tags me in every tag he does. So thank you, Steve, if you tag me. If not, somebody else tagged me and I forgot. Sorry about that, people. I will leave a link to the original tag down below and also a link to Ariel Bissette's video doing this tag because she is one of the very first booktubers. If you don't know her, you should check out her channel. She started 10 years ago. So, okay then. And I have the questions as always on my computer. So I'll can't remember them, so I will look to the side for the too much information. Let's just get on. Question number one: How long have you been part of the Booktube community? As I said in the introduction, it's my Booktube anniversary last week, the 16th of May. I uploaded my first video 4 years ago. If you count the time that you've been part of the community without making videos, then it's probably a year more. So I would say approximately 5 years. I started watching Booktube videos first, commenting on videos, finding my way in the Booktube communities, the channels that I like. And then after a year or so, I decided, why not try to make my own videos? And I'm not a tacky person. I'm an analog dinosaur. But I've saw a couple of videos, people explaining that it's not that difficult and that you don't need high-tech equipment and cameras and microphones and things like that. So I started filming on my computer. I have an Apple. And now I have an Airbook. I'm filming on the Airbook with the Airbook camera and the Airbook microphone. And I'm using, the free software, the free Apple software, iMovie. That's basically all I can handle. And so far, I think it's working fine. I mean, it's not high tech, and the quality of video and sound, I'm sure, could be better, but it works for me, and it seems to work for all of you. So it's about 5 years in the Booktube community and 4 years making videos. Question number 2. What was your biggest misconception before you started Booktube? And I didn't look to the side because I looked up the question before I started this clip. How very elaborate of me, isn't it? Anyway, so I had a misconception about YouTube in general, like I said, analog dinosaur, before, before I started Booktube or watching Booktube videos. So I started watching YouTube on a regular basis at the same time about 5.5 years ago, because before that, YouTube was for me just funny cats videos and stuff like that. I know, dumb, and at a certain point, I just started browsing around YouTube, and then I found channels with news and documentaries and stuff like that I'm really interested in. And more or less by chance, I stumbled upon a channel that still exists. It's called, the guy is called Travis McBee, and he made videos about books. And I had no idea that something like that even existed on YouTube. And from Travis McBee's video, I started to, search for book videos. And in the beginning, like I guess most people who start watching book videos or who start looking for book videos, the videos I found, or the channels I found in the beginning, were all YA. Very flashy channels with a lot of high-tech equipment, like I said, which I don't have. So it took me a while before I realized that there is also this tiny niche in YouTube making book videos with general fiction, so not young adult books, but what some call literary fiction, memoirs. And there are a couple of channels then that I found, and most of them, I have to say, left Booktube, unfortunately. So I remember one of the first channels that I subscribed to and started commenting on was Max from Well Done Books and Nicola from Robotnik. Then I watched Chapter Stacks. She's still on Booktube, and quite a similar name, Climb the Stacks. She had a break, but she's now coming back with videos. So I found a couple of channels that talked about books that I'm interested in. So the big misconception was YouTube in general, and then that I didn't know that there were people talking about books at all on YouTube, and I was almost ready to give up on Booktube because I thought YA is not my thing. But thankfully, I found channels that I really liked, and I saw that there is indeed this small community. I mean, book videos is a small community anyway when you look at Booktube, when you look at YouTube. So the really biggest YA channels with, I don't know, 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers, that's still tiny if you look at the big YouTubers with, 2 million or 3 million subscribers. But I'm happy that I found this niche and that I'm a part of it. Question number 3, how do you think Booktube changed since you've started? Guys, I have no idea how all the people who make Booktube videos. I mean, it changed in the sense that my original channels that I've subscribed to, I think 90% of them have left Booktube. So there is this sort of renewal all the time. I mean, Ariel Bizet still does videos, and she was also one of the first, I forgot to mention, that I found, and she has done that for 10 years. But a lot of people left, so there is the sense that you really like a channel and then they stop making videos, which is a shame. Another thing that I realized, or that I think changed, is certainly in this particular niche of non-YA books, that the videos gotten longer. When I started watching, and then in the beginning also doing videos, my videos were excessively long at that time, and they were like 13 minutes. But most videos that were uploaded back then were 6 minutes, 7 minutes, under 10. And I feel that the time people take to make a video, in the sense that the length of the video, that is something that has really changed over time, that it's now okay, quote unquote, to make videos that are much longer than 10 minutes. I think my average is 18 minutes or something, which is good for me, that I'm not the only one making longer videos because I'm such a babbler. So that is something. And for the rest, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you have been watching YouTube videos, Booktube videos for a long time, what you think has changed. But I really wouldn't know. Question number 4. What is your favorite Booktube memory? And I really had to think, because there is not one particular memory, like my first video or whatever, that stands out. It's more, a string of memories, being very lyrical today. But I think the memories that I have, that I'm really fond of, is when I started to feel that I'm actually part of a community. And everybody always talks about the Booktube community, But I didn't, in the beginning, in the first year or so when I made videos, I didn't really feel that I was part of a community. And that changed once I had, subscribers that would comment on my videos regularly. Then you get to know them a little bit, so that you have this idea that there is indeed a group of people who always, or most of the time, watches your videos. And then also that I had friendships develop, either with people who subscribe, but also, of course, with people who make booktube videos. You do a buddy read with somebody, and sometimes it doesn't go further than that. You do 1 or 2 or 3 buddy reads a year, and that's all, and that's fine. But with some people, there was that was the beginning of what I would say a real friendship. And I have not not hundreds, but I have a couple of people that I met through Booktube and that I now talk to regularly. So, often about books, and we do buddy reads together still, but I also talk with them about other things, and not book related but personal, and I really feel that those people are my friends. So that's certainly a memory that I cherish. And sort of related to that is, that when you do things together, when somebody's birthday is coming up, you do a tag video for them, or some other birthday video, or now that with Corona, one of my really favorite memories is that we twice or 3 times, I think now, we did a virtual birthday party on Voxer, so that these memories are booktube related, I would say, but maybe not what the question was about. But hey, it's my tag, so I answer like I feel answering. So the community aspect that I always put in quotation marks before is really something that is my favorite memory when I started to feel that I'm part of that. That last sentence didn't make sense at all grammatically, but I think you know what I was getting at, what I was trying to say. Anyway, question number 6. What are some of the books that you were introduced to through Booktube? And I'm, again, doing this my own way, because I can't mention particular books, but it's more that by doing videos and also watching other people's videos, doing buddy reads together, talking about books outside of YouTube, expanded my reading horizon immensely. I realized, by readathons, when you have Black History Month, or, for instance, the Read Women Challenge, that you go outside of what I would normally read. So it is much more general than just 1 or 2 books that I was introduced to by Booktube or through Booktube. It is really more that you watch Booktube regularly, and a couple of channels that I always watch as soon as they upload, and they would talk about a book that I've either never heard of or wouldn't probably normally, pick up if I'm in a bookstore, but they talk about it, and then I think, oh, that's interesting. My whole influenza read last year, that was spurred by Booktube. There was one book about the influenza that I saw on Booktube, and then I read that, and then from there I started to read the second, the third, and the fourth one. So it's, you get you get exposed, as it were, to literature in a very broad sense, to books in a very broad sense, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, that I don't think I would have read or known about if I hadn't been on Booktube. Question number 6, something that frustrates you about Booktube. And first off, I have to say my own experience making videos, talking to people through the comment section, it has been 99.9% positive. I have the occasional, mean or stupid comment, but I just delete the comment and block the person. And if it's another booktuber, I unsubscribe if I had been subscribed, and that's that. I just don't have time for this shit. I'm too old for that. But I know that there are people who have sometimes, less positive experience. And one that really came to mind when I saw this question was about the Booktube Prize. You're probably familiar with it. Maybe you're even part of it as a judge. And if you're not, it's a prize organized by Robert from Britta Bolt last year for the first time. And people who are either content maker or subscriber could be judges of a list of books that had with certain parameters published in the US in a certain year. We did fiction only last year, and this year we have many more judges, so we also do nonfiction. I thought it was a brilliant idea. I was delighted to be part of it. But in the beginning, there were a couple of people who then just had to poop on the idea publicly. Because it excluded that and only included that, and why only books published in the US, and why not include translated fiction, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you don't like the idea, don't be part of it. If you have a better idea to do a prize or whatever, do it. But I think it's no use to then be mean towards the person who came up with this particular idea. I just think, get a life, do your own thing. And the last question number 7, your hopes for the future of Booktube. I don't know, people. I just hope that this will continue to go on, that new people will start making videos, that people who I really like, channels who I really like, will not just disappear and stop making videos. But I don't have, huge ideas how this whole community should develop. I'm just happy to be part of it, and I hope that a lot of people watch people doing videos about books and maybe join either as a subscriber or they make their own videos. And let's just continue. That's all. Anyway, I'm not going to tag anybody either, because this tag has really been making the rounds. But if you haven't been tagged and you want to make this video and you feel like you are a Booktube Oldie, go ahead and consider yourself tagged. This was it for the Booktube Oldie tag. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're all safe and healthy. Looking forward, as always, to talking to you in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next one.